to the show.
I don't know who's worse, Arsenal or Real Madrid. The only thing is that I think Real Madrid is more dangerous because of his individual stars, but also Arsenal are dangerous with their collective ball. But both teams right now are playing rubbish. Let's
Rubbish.
start with Arsenal. Let's talk. I think they're focusing on Champions League, so their draw is to be expected, but they don't have what's his name in defense for the game. Their central defender is
Gabriel is missing.
yeah. That's a big problem, especially with having to cover what's his name Mbappe. That's going to be a problem. But what are your thoughts on the game and on Arsenal's form coming into it?
Well, one thing has been a problem for Arsenal all season, and they seem to not have solved that problem, and is scoring goals. I don't know where the goals
Yeah,
are going to come from, whether they have defensive injuries or not, they're still going to struggle to score. And like you rightly
yeah,
mentioned, Gabriel has been Saliba's partner in Arsenal's defense for
yeah.
so many games. Now he's not there. All the corner kicks Arsenal has been scoring have come from him. So they're going to miss him. And then all the set piece goals have dried up. And then you look at us now, it's so much possession, very little penetration. They're cohesive.
No central striker.
Yeah, no central striker, no bite in attack. So my problem
Yeah.
with Arsenal is they're going to have a lot of possession, but there won't be any spark in the
Yeah.
attack. And that is where
And
I feel that, yeah, that is where I
the
feel the
only
difference might occur.
yeah, and I agree. The only chance that they have is that these guys play in discipline, and right now Mbappe is not tracking back and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So maybe Saka can isolate and get a they can score on the counter. They could that could happen, but even that I doubt. Neither team has a midfield, but I would say Real Madrid's midfield is a little bit better than theirs. So, but they will be holding the ball. But like you said, they're just passing the ball around, circling it without breaking down defenses. And we all know that usually if you want to break down Madrid, is usually when Madrid is broken down by teams like Barcelona, it's usually through the wings, right? They,
yeah.
yeah. So it's going to be difficult. But I think, like you said, Real Madrid probably has a little bit better scoring, even though they're struggling with goals. Real Madrid is struggling to score, but they still get it done. Mbappe will still get his goal per game. If Mbappe doesn't score, you're definitely going to have what's his name, the other Brazilian guy.
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo will score. Vinicius right now is not playing that well, but he does a lot of work. So we know that Real Madrid will score a goal or two, and if you're not careful, they'll score three or four. But right now they're not dangerous. They're not clicking. So my prediction is that they're in England. They could probably win 1-0. I think they'll score at least one goal. But I think that the only way, like you said, Arsenal can win this game is with their defense. I mean, their defense being this weak, but it's really their offense. They're not producing anything, and I don't
Yeah.
see how they're going to score. I don't see how they're going to score. Saka is playing on the right. It's not his job to score. You get my point. You still have to have a
And
central guy.
he's just coming from injury, still a bit rusty. I've seen
Yeah.
about
So
two of his games, and he's not up to
and
speed just
even
yet.
this guy is he's sick. Odegaard.
I know
He
the
didn't.
guy is sick as
He'll
well.
probably
So
he'll probably be playing on Tuesday. So
yeah.
yeah. So what are your thoughts on Real Madrid? Also, Real Madrid is susceptible to counterattack. It's just that I don't know if Arsenal has the teeth to bite. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, why I think Real Madrid might have a little bit of edges because I think Arsenal are going to try and possess the ball. Real Madrid will
Yeah.
sit back and play on the counter attack. And
Yeah.
when you're doing that, Arsenal will push forward with their defenders. And with the pace of Mbappe and Vinicius, it might be a trap. They might be setting
Yeah.
Arsenal up for a trap. And then they'll be
Yeah.
sending long balls behind the defense for Mbappe to run into. That's what
Yeah.
the kind of game is going to be. Arsenal
Yeah.
are going to have the possession, but Real are going to play on the counter attack. So that might be a problem for Arsenal.
And you know that going to Real Madrid is gonna when they go back home, they're gonna score two, three, four goals. You get my point. So, but as we're speaking now, there's problems with Real Madrid. I mean, did you see Vinicius today? He won FIFA Best Male Player of the Year, and in his letter he wrote, "This is for all the people who hated me. I'm the best. I should be the Balloon d'Or. Blah blah blah." The guy sounds narcissistic. This is why, guys, that team was full of I'm talking about Real Madrid. Between him and Mbappe, there's a bunch of Madonnas who care more about awards rather than
The
winning games.
team.
Just like
Yeah.
remember Real Madrid, but what's his name? CR7. When Cristiano Ronaldo wanted to leave because he didn't win Ballon d'Or, he wanted to leave Real Madrid. Real Madrid tends to have these players who are so flamboyant.
Yeah,
What do you think?
is their mentality. They seem to have
Yeah,
a sense of entitlement. And it's so
Yeah.
sick at times. It's as if um, these things are made for only Real Madrid players, and that's the way their players think.
No,
Uh,
no, no.
and it's
It doesn't work
affecting
that way.
them. And if you look at Vinicius' game, I don't know whether it's mentally or psychologically, his game has dropped. He's missing penalty
He's making
kicks.
penalties, yeah.
He's not clicking, and he needs to improve his game, whether he likes it or not. Real Madrid they don't play as a team. They depend solely on stardust. That is Mbappe and Vinicius, and then maybe
They'll
Rodrigo.
learn.
So
They'll learn.
and
Okay.
and in that kind of situation, it may not help them if they play against a much better team. I don't think
Oh yeah,
Arsenal
right now,
will
I mean,
particularly be a
anything can
problem.
happen. See, the thing about Real Madrid is somebody said it. Real Madrid is a dangerous team and they can beat you. But lately, whether Real Madrid wins or loses is a tough game for them. So Real Madrid is a
So,
team, they kick themselves. Like if they meet Barcelona, I'll say Barcelona will win. But you never know. You know what they say? If you keep walking down that road, one day you'll get hit. Barcelona keeps beating Real Madrid. One day Real Madrid will also
yeah,
hit. You understand what I'm saying? Barcelona
yeah.
has been destroying Real Madrid, but that doesn't mean if they meet them again
But
that it's
in La
going to happen.
Liga, Real Madrid has been very poor. I think they
Oh,
they are they are slightly better in the Champions League than in La Liga. They've
yeah,
been
they're
very poor in La Liga. They've been very poor in
yeah.
La Liga. I mean, they lost to Valencia over the weekend. Valencia is 15th in the league. I mean, how do you explain that? So, but they
No,
seem
that
to
doesn't make
play better when they're in the Champions League. They seem to
Yeah,
raise
and
their
they carry,
game.
and we all know that they're very hard to eliminate. Even when they had Benzema, you beat them 3-0, they still
Yes.
come back. So until the king is dead, the king is the king. So we
Oh,
end on
sure.
that. So let's go quickly to Barcelona.